everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a really exciting and highly requested video. I'm going to be showing you guys my fake tan routine. I'm just really excited to show you guys because I have been fake tanning for quite a while now. I feel like I've definitely mastered the process of it, so I'm excited to kind of like share my tips with you guys and show you what products I use and everything. You know, this video is sponsored by Loving Tan. I am partnering with them on this video. However, I have used Loving Tan 2-Hour Express for probably like the last couple years. It's been my go-to and only tanning product that I've used. I even have a discount code with Loving Tan. I'll put it here on the screen for you guys. I'm gonna have all the details of the code here in my description below, as well as the Loving Tan website. So make sure to just check all of that out. Let's just go ahead and get into the tanning routine, I guess. So getting into my actual tanning routine, the first thing I do is actually not putting the tan directly on my body. There's a little bit of prep work that goes into the tanning process before you actually start tanning. The first thing that I do is exfoliating and removing any previous fake tan. So you want to make sure to remove that before you add on top of it with new fake tan. You just want to exfoliate all your dead skin off and just give your skin a nice smooth kind of like canvas to like kind of work with, I guess. And as well as doing that, I also like to shave. So what I like to use is this Loving Tan exfoliating mitt. I'm obsessed with this. The pink side is a little bit more gentle and then the black side is a little bit more rough. It really gets in there and exfoliates. I have used quite a few different products to do this over the years, and this really cuts that time in half. You can be in there scrubbing, removing that tan for a very, very long time if you don't have the right product to do this. I also like to lather this up with some bar soap. I feel like bar soap will really just get in there and clean better than any other kind of soap. Once you have exfoliated and gotten out of the shower, don't like apply your tan right away. I definitely would make sure to wait 2 to 3 hours before you do that. Your pores are going to be open, especially if you take a hot shower. And then if you put the tan on right afterwards, it's just going to go into your pores and then you're going to have like brown dots. Especially like on your legs. When you get out of the shower, you don't have to wait to do this, but you can go ahead and apply some lotion, but just do it in the really dry spots like your elbows, your knees, maybe like your ankles, and even like your hands, especially like on your knuckles, and then the tan won't absorb into those dry areas and be darker. So now it's a couple hours later and you're ready to apply your tan and be a golden goddess. So I'm gonna tell you about the tanning product that I actually use for my tan. I use the Loving Tan 2-Hour Express Deluxe Bronzing Mousse in Dark. And this is what I've used for, like I said, like the last couple years. I love the 2-Hour Express. It's just an amazing formula. I used a lot of self tanners before, and this one was always my favorite because it is really the longest lasting. Sometimes in the winter I'll go up to almost 2 weeks with it. I've had other fake tans I've tried that can barely last 3 or 4 days. Like it just looks really patchy, but this one definitely does not do that. It has a really rich brown color, whereas most of them are really orange. And this contains both DHA and an active ingredient called erythrulose, and those work together to eliminate orange tones. Most brands just have the DHA, which is what causes that buildup, and that buildup is like a low-grade DHA, which is what gives you the orange tone. Something else I love about this is that it has an instant bronzer kind of built into the formula, which it kind of works as like a color guide when you're applying it, so that it makes for a really easy application. You can see exactly where the clear active ingredients are going as you're applying it because of the instant bronzer inside of it. So you just want to make sure that you spread every part of your body with the bronzer and you'll be good. Once this is fully developed, the tan can last up to 10 days. And something you can do to kind of like prolong your tan is to regularly moisturize. I'm really bad about this, but it definitely does help. Something else I really love about Loving Tan and this formula specifically is that it dries really quick. A lot of other formulas and kind of like fake tanners that I've tried will be really sticky and they like feel like they're not drying. And once this is developed, it's actually completely waterproof. So now you're familiar with the products that we are working with. So that is what I use when it is time to fake tan. I like to use this product, and it is in the form of a mousse. And I like to use this tanning mitt. This is the Loving Tan tanning mitt, and I have used a lot of tanning mitts actually as well. This one is a really nice kind of like soft velvety feel. I've had some that are really like rough and scratchy, and it just kind of like drags the product on. But if it's a really soft material, it'll really like buff it in. So that is really important. This mitt works really nicely. I do highly recommend it, and I believe you can get this mitt for free anyways with my code. But that is what I use to apply this product. So how I like to actually apply my fake tan, now that we have prepped everything, ready to apply. I like to start with my arms. The main tip once you start applying the tan is just to go fast. So as soon as you get it on your body, you want to start blending it like really quickly because it's going to dry quickly. You don't really have a lot of time to blend it necessarily. But I do my arm, then I do my other arm, and then I like to do my neck and chest. So my tip for doing this is to use a makeup brush, just because my neck is like obviously so curved. It's just like a lot of like hard to reach places. So I like to get in with a small makeup brush, and just like either of these two kind of shapes would be really good. It doesn't have to be an expensive one. It can be cheap because you're really just looking for like the shape of it is really what matters. So after doing my neck and chest, I like to do kind of like the back of my neck. And this is an area that's really easy to miss, especially kind of like right here, and just kind of like the back, almost like kind of behind your ear. I would recommend, obviously you're gonna want your hair up during this process, but just really reach back there, and your back is going to be the hardest part. So if you don't live alone, I would definitely recommend asking for help. It's just really hard to do your back. You have to contort yourself so many different ways. But my tip is just to kind of like get right here and then kind of reach directly behind, get the middle. Get right here, kind of like go diagonal to the other side. Once you have done the hardest parts, which is probably like your neck and chest and back, I'll usually do my stomach and then kind of like going up here. Make sure you get your armpit really good. Next is gonna be legs. And legs are pretty easy, but I feel like they kind of take a while. Maybe that's why I like to do them last, because I use the most products on my legs. The first section I do is like my lower leg, which is like my ankle to my knee. I kind of start with the front part of my lower leg, like what I'm calling my lower leg, and then I blend it to the back part of my leg and then kind of blend it back around. You want to like really make sure that you get the back of your leg because it is easy to miss spots. I've been walking my dogs outside and I'll like kind of like turn around and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a whole entire white spot on my leg. I've been walking around for days like that in summer with shorts and not even known. But definitely make sure you do not miss a spot. So after I do that, I will do the upper part of my leg, kind of from my knee to my waist. And then I kind of do the connecting part of my leg, kind of like my knee and the back of my knee, and just make sure everything kind of looks the same and blends nicely. And then any remaining products left on my mitt, I will then use on my foot. I do not like to apply any extra product on my foot, kind of similarly to my hands. I forgot to say that. Whenever doing my hands, I totally forgot to say this. Sometimes I will save my hands for last because I have like the mitt on. My feet and my hands, I do the exact same way. I just take whatever product is left over on my mitt and I will apply it to my feet and my hands. With your hands, you have to be really careful. And I feel like my hands don't look like bad right now, but they're definitely not the best fake tan I've ever done for my hands. Whenever doing your hands, you want to, like I said, I don't apply any extra product to my hand because then they're just going to be way too dark. So I just take whatever is left over on my mitt, because the mitt does absorb quite a bit of product, and I will just brush that onto my hand, kind of like that. And then you want to like really make sure you get this part right here, like in between your fingers. You can see mine are still like a little bit white, but just really going in between those, like getting in between those with the mitt. You can even go back with the makeup brush and to like really make sure you get your hands. Usually try and kind of like blend it on the bottom of my wrist. When it comes to your feet, same thing, just whatever product is left over, and I just kind of brush it on my foot, and then you want to get in between your toes just like you do kind of in between this area. So after this, you should be pretty good. I totally forgot to tell you about my face. So I like to fake tan my face as well because my neck and my chest, I really like to blend it up to my jawline, but if you kind of stop there, then you might have like a weird line on your jaw. And also if I want to go without makeup, then my face will have some tan to it as well, and just kind of match the rest of my body. I like to use a different product for my face than I do the rest of my body. For a while, I applied this to my face. I think this is fairly new, but it's a Loving Tan Deluxe face tan, and it's specifically made for your face, and it works really nicely. If you tan regularly, I would highly recommend using a tanning product that's meant for your face, because I feel like it's better. It's gonna be a perfect match to your self tan, because it comes in the same shades that like the mousse comes in, and as well as like other Loving Tan products. So I got this in dark. This takes 2 hours to develop, and that one takes 2 hours to develop. So it's really perfect. Your face will fade a lot faster than the rest of your tan because you're washing your face regularly, like to, you know, remove your makeup and just like wash your face. So you just kind of like work this into your nightly skincare routine to kind of like maintain your face tan. To apply this, I used a makeup brush. Okay, so now that we have applied our body tan and our face tan, we just have to wait for the tan to develop. So this has a 2-hour development time. Typically, I feel like I usually will wait longer because I usually do it at night, and so I'll just have it develop while I'm sleeping. And once it's developed, then you're gonna want to get into the shower and rinse off that kind of like instant bronzer part of it, and then you'll be left with your tan. And then you're left with a super glowy and nice tan. Here is what the tan looked like before and after. I'm so obsessed with how it looks, and it just makes me feel so much more confident. That is everything that I do regularly in my fake tanning routine. I did actually apply this Loving Tan Bronze Shimmer Luminous Cream. It's like an instant color, and then it also kind of like applies some shimmer. So it did bronze me up a little bit extra on my neck and chest when I applied this. I just mostly did it because I wanted a little bit of shimmer. I feel like it adds almost like an extra kind of like top coat to your tan. It looks really nice. I don't know if you can tell how shimmery it looks. But I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please thumbs up if you did enjoy, and make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Follow me on Instagram at emilygrace.26, and definitely make sure to check out the description for my code and Loving Tan's website. I do highly recommend their products if you fake tan, and it's definitely like the best fake tanner out there. I've literally tried them all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.